When you're getting food from our food hub, you know that from the moment it was grown to the moment it was picked up to the way that it was prepared and then lovingly given out, that there was special attention and care to the food.
It's revitalizing the ways that our ancestors connected to land, connected to community, and connected to place.
Kōkua Kalihi Valley is a federally qualified health center located here in Kalihi. Kōkua Kalihi Valley sits between the first and third largest public housing complexes in the state. So we have medical, we have dental, we have behavioral health, we have WIC, we have maternal and child health. We also have a 100-acre nature park up here where there's agroforestry and growing of food, growing of people, a place where land-based transformation can take place.
Here at Hoʻoulu ʻāina, we have 4 major program areas. We do food production, which is our mahi ʻāina program, and I'm sitting here in our garden where we grow some of our food. But we grow more than food, we care about growing farmers. Another program is ʻāina, which is our native reforestation program, where we are restoring to health this native forest. Our ʻāina project is about engaging community, youth, families, individuals in everything that we do. From carving canoes to making sure that the community is fed, to even if it's a building project, we make sure that we have community hands engaged. And our last program area is called lohe ʻāina. It means to listen to the land. Everything from oli to hula to data collection to mo'olelo, everything that has to do with that deep listening that our kupuna taught us, but that is also our responsibility moving forward. That is lohe ʻāina. We try our best to listen to the land and let it guide us.
Having these places available in urban Honolulu is really beneficial to our clients. Our particular program, the Roots program, was created to use food as a way to bring health into a community, that health provides us the connections to things that are important to us. So when we're working with food, we share our stories, we pass on our culture, we share our history, we share a piece of ourselves, and that's part of how we can be healthy as a community. Oftentimes when people are working with food, it's about what you can't do, what you can't eat, and we really want to celebrate food and culture and our indigenous knowledge through food to build the wealth and the health of a community.
This work is not at all new. It was often referred to as innovative, but it's ancestral work. It's revitalizing the ways that our ancestors connected to land, connected to community, and connected to place. And so this is old works. Our kumu, they taught us to be responsive. And so when the pandemic came, it's not unlike a colonial impact of any kind. We were absolutely prepared to respond with aloha.
We knew that within our valley, that our cultures, that our people, they come from a history of being able to grow their food, being able to be resilient, to be able to call on family members. And how could we use all of that knowledge within our community to get through this pandemic? And so our focus was on the food. And so the beautiful produce that you see behind us is harvested and gathered and brought down to the clinic, things that you don't usually find in feeding programs. And so besides giving them nutrition, it made them feel good because these foods were familiar to them. And then every Thursday that food would go out, and whether they came to pick it up or it was delivered, they were making a connection with somebody that cared for them. So when you're able to feed those type of foods to people when they're having a hard time, it's more than just nutrition that's going into their body. You're feeding other parts of their soul. And
this has been an opportunity for us to make Indigenous health primary to what we want to invest in. This is the time where we've been really brave to move forward and invest in what really matters. Food really matters. ʻāina really matters. Relationship really matters.
Food security was an issue before the pandemic. It's an issue now, and it's going to be an issue for a while as people get back on their feet.
We cannot let this one pandemic kind of come and go without taking the opportunity to say this is what our ancestors desired for us, and we can move forward not only in our own spaces but for this honua, for this whole world.